Our next contestant is Dane Kaneshiro, owner of Kinjo Arts.
My name is Dane Kaneshiro, and I'm the CEO and artist of Kinjo Arts. So we just started a little about 2 years ago, and we make custom longboards. So I met a guy in San Diego who hand cuts everything, and then I'm the artist, so I spray paint all the boards. And we do custom designs on them, from authentic Polynesian designs to everyone's logos. So I'm actually a Polynesian dancer down in Southern California. So I perform in all the luau's around San Diego County. And during the pandemic, we lost all our jobs. So I had a lot of time to stop, and I actually went to community college for a digital arts degree. So I was able to put that to use and start spray painting. Right now, I'm personally going out and selling in all the markets. And so I really just need a little bit of mentorship going through and building up everything to get my name out there.
Dane, your 2 minutes starts now.
Aloha everyone, my name is Dane of Kinjo Arts. I'm the artist and CEO. We're making custom longboards. So before the pandemic, at the age of 5, I was a fire and act dancer. And I started promoting the Polynesian culture all throughout until the pandemic. And up until then, I was in college doing digital arts. And thanks to them, to the pandemic, I was able to stop and actually pursue my passion of visual arts and start painting on the longboards. And going to markets here in San Diego, I learned that people are looking for one-of-a-kind items and handmade gifts. And so I'm spray painting all my boards. Everything is hand cut. I actually met another artisan who cuts all the boards by hand, and we're using birch. And in the first year of sales, so far we did about 50,000. And I think as far as longboards, we've sold about 600 boards in the past 2 years. So I do everything. I promote my own culture and doing Hawaiian themed boards, as well as painting whatever people are looking for. So I'm doing their own logos, animes, a little bit of everything. But we also make 3 sizes. So we have a 1/2 inch, we have a 5/8, and a 3/4. And what happened is, being at markets, I found that heavier guys wanted to go skateboarding and families wanted to go skateboarding. So we also partnered up with another company that made land paddles. And so you're able to stand on the longboard and use it to row. And what ended up happening was, I was able to promote myself and get people interested in longboarding again. And getting a lot of people who had knee injuries, they had ankle injuries, they were heavier, and they wanted to exercise with the kids. So instead of advertising only to teenagers, and in that range, I'm able to get all sizes of families from 60 to 10 years old. And using the land paddles, they're getting my boards and cruising all together down at the beach. A lot of what I'm looking for today is help with promotion, e-commerce. I'm painting every single board, and I want to make sure that everyone sees that all the boards are handmade. So what I really need help with is going online, making sure that everyone can get my boards. Because I'm painting them all by hand, I'm not all that much sure what I'm going to be doing as to how to put it online, but what I'm hoping that is that I can get some connections from you guys and be able to grow.
Great to meet you. Great pitch. Like I love just a couple of things that you kind of sewed together and everything you said. One, it's a crafted product. You can't go and find this everywhere. And that your passion was inspired during the pandemic. Like, kudos to you for tapping into what you really wanted to do in the time that you had to figure it out. And it sounds like you're on your way getting started. I think also the other thing that's really interesting is the personalization. I mean, everyone's looking for these items that are passion points in their life to be personalized. So not only is it tapped to your culture, but allowing people to kind of create their own or pick from your selections is awesome. The thing I love most though is that you tapped into the culture to kind of create a new style for the way that you board. And look, we're a company based from Venice Beach, so we see everything there. I haven't seen anything like this. I think it's highly differentiated and it's really connected to you, which is awesome. And you to find a new style that attracts more people into the sport, the recreation, or however you view it. So I don't think I have too much to add to your pitch other than I think what you're trying to do from a content perspective. That's about it. And I think you have a lot of artistry there that you could showcase online with your own personal content and through Instagram to get people interested in what you're doing. So congrats for tapping your passion.
I just had a question based off of the thing you said at the end. You said you came here for connections and wanting to grow. And it seems like in this space, a lot of it is based off of your expertise. And so I'm wondering the actual capacity that you can run at before you need to hire out other artists, right? And actually, is that going to be of the same quality? So is your growth more so in a marketing sense, or is it more so in an artistic sense? And which is more important, I guess?
A lot of what I learned is that So in the past 2 years, we've actually sold about 600 boards. So maybe about one every day, but I'm spray painting everything and I can definitely keep up with the production. A lot of what I needed help with was actually just getting people onto my website and actually seeing who I am. I'm the artist and that doesn't always translate to being able to make TikTok reels and going to online and setting up my website. I know in the past 2 years, I've done almost everything online, in person, and bringing people to my website.
So you'd want more so in the marketing space. You think you can keep up with demand? What would you say your max capacity would be as far as like a month?
If people were asking me for, I know I've had a few orders that people have asked me for about 10 boards, and I can get them out in probably about 2 to 3 days if I absolutely needed to. So as far as production, that won't be a problem. If I do run into that problem, my plan is just to raise the prices. People are paying for the boards not only for a good value. We do keep the boards at a competitive price, but if they are getting really popular, customs will have to just go up. Currently, I don't charge too much for customs because I want people to actually get my boards and be riding them.
That's interesting, because
Yeah,
the very last thing I wrote down was it was the word scale with a question mark.
Scale.
That's what I wrote down.
Yeah, and so I'm hearing you, right? My question was, which you inadvertently answered, was how many boards can you produce a day? You know, so if you said 10 boards every 3 days, we're talking maybe 3 to 4 boards.
1,000 a year.
Yeah, right on.
1,000 a year.
Exactly. So I mean, marketing is great, and I love your thought process about raising the price too, which I think you could do, but there will be a point, man, to where you're not gonna be the only artist. There has to be, and I'm hoping you're thinking that way, or you hire somebody to run your business, and you're just back there spray painting all day long, which is cool. That's another good option. You know, so I don't know. It's like the chicken or the egg for me. If he wins the money,
Yeah.
where's it gonna go first?
Well, let me
Right.
let me
Yeah.
know that for you, because I've been in this space for a long time, and
You skateboard?
yeah, man, I grew up in San Diego.
Oh, okay.
South Miss. I know those. I know those
Yeah.
boards.
Yeah.
He probably follows me. That's why he's on the show. Anyway, Dane, the way that this works, and we've had several artists, and you might know like Michael Sullivan, who did the Coliseum, he did BYU stuff, and a ton of different stuff, or Michael Brandrup, who now does for Top. So because he's an artist, what I would suggest is get to the point where you're at capacity, build that brand where these are a real specialty item, right? Where the original boards, and then all you do is mass produce the copies. Just like any artist, like a lithograph, and that's, I wouldn't get another artist. I would build my brand as, Dane the artist, the Kinjo art guy, and the boards start going for 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. He can do 1,000 a year, make a few million, but then he makes millions off of the copies, right? And mass produce the copies because he builds a brand for himself as Kinjo boards. Right. That's how, they've done it in cannabis. They can do it with boards, right?
Yeah.
Not that
He's been dying to say something.
So I kind of market the boards too a little bit as they are one-of-a-kind pieces. So when you get them, I'm hoping one day they're going to have a big resale value because people are wanting to get, something that was made personally by me.
Yeah, and then you build the copies though. So you got it, my friend. Thank you.
But thank you guys.
Thank you, Dane.
Appreciate
Great
all the
job.
I'm excited to hear our next pitch from